All your coverage.
Your time right now is 1:13, and NBC2 continues our continuous coverage as we track Hurricane Idalia. Now, along the Charlotte County coast, the wind is really gusty. People are out there checking on the waves, and our NBC2 Samantha Servin has been live in Englewood. So, Samantha, I can see the trees behind you moving a lot. Have the conditions gotten worse? Have they gotten any better since we last checked in with you?
So since last check about an hour ago, conditions have kind of been just about the same. That wind has been constant. That wind has been strong. Kind of got to plant both feet firmly on the ground to make sure you don't get blown over by it. This is by far the worst wind of the night we've seen, so take that as you will. You know, it's not as bad as it could be. We are seeing a pretty large portion of pooling, some localized flooding here in the parking lot, maybe just out of reach of our camera here, but there is some of that going on, and we aren't able to get over there because of how dark it is and how strong the wind is. But I want to kind of paint a picture for you of what it looks like on the other side of the pavilion when you walk down to the sand. If you come this way at least once, you know that you come up to this center pavilion, and then there's about 8 steps down to the stand. On a normal day, even earlier today, there's 10-20 yards before you hit the water. Well, in the last hour, we've gone up there and looked, and when you get to that bottom step, you are stepping into water. That is how high that water has risen just in the matter of a few hours. The Gulf is coming. Those waves are strong, those waves are crashing hard, and they are coming up all the way to those steps. That's something that even I haven't seen, and I've been here at this location for previous storms, so that's a new sight. We are still seeing a couple people here and there coming out to the beach, wanting to see what conditions look like for themselves. And as you can see, this wind is moving these trees now. At one point, we're in the fast. The truck was even rocking back and forth. That just gives you an idea of how strong these gusts can be. I mean, that is a huge truck that is rocking back and forth with some of those waves. We're getting one of those gusts right now. Things are picking up just a little bit. But what we haven't seen much of is the rain. You know, we'll get a little burst here and there, but nothing so heavy that we can't bring you a live shot. We've had a few heavy bursts, and then most of it has been sprinkling, or just like now. Really, we just have the wind right now, Lisa, and so it's definitely changing every half hour, every hour as this storm gets closer and closer, then eventually passing us. So we'll be back for you again in a little bit, let you know what it looks like then, and so far, not too awful, which is the best case scenario for all of our folks here in Englewood who went through a lot with Hurricane Ian. They got the wind at that point. I spoke to many people over the past few days and who were hoping that most of the wind would stay away. So we'll keep you updated as this storm continues to pass our community. I'm live and local in Englewood Beach. Samantha Servin, NBC2.
Sam, I do have a question for you. You talked about, obviously, the rain not really being there, so, and you're driving. So I assume that there's not a lot of ponding on the water, but based on what you're saying, just re-emphasizing here, if you don't have to be out on the roads, don't, correct?
Oh, absolutely, Lisa. So we were driving around just a little bit before midnight. We went from here to Boca Grande to give folks a look because there was a lot of lightning out here. We didn't want to be out in the elements when the lightning was out. We saw maybe 2 or 3 cars at that point. Coming back, there really wasn't very many. I'm going to put my hood up here as this rain starts to come in again, but there wasn't very many people there. Now, like I said, we have seen probably 2 people come over here to the beach in the past hour to check out the conditions here. That's something we don't want right now. You don't know what the roads look like as this water is out here. We even saw a few power lights out. So just want to keep everyone safe and sound. You know, we are here. Let us be your eyes and ears. Go ahead and stay home. Watch us on NBC2. We'll show you what it's looking like. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of this for now, Lisa, but I'll bring you an update here in just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Go indoors. All right. Thanks so much, Sam. Certainly you could see the difference just a couple of minutes made when Sam started her report. she was able to just stand there, no rain at all, and then all of a sudden that huge band just came in and started pelting her. A lot of people are keeping an eye, of course, on Fort Myers Beach, watching for the storm surge that was potentially forecast to hit there. There was some flooding in parts of the area. In fact, we did have to pull some of our crews. Some of the deputies have left the island. I want to give you a live look right now at the Pink Shell Resort. Do we have